Hello, people of the internet. So, if you've seen my last video on this topic, then you already might know who I'm talking about. Um, and if you haven't, then I do highly consider that you go ahead and watch that before this, just so they have context and you know what's going on, so it's not just kind of out of the blue. With that being said, I will still continue to keep everyone anonymous, just because privacy is a thing I respect, unlike someone, and other than myself, because you already know who I am, and unless you don't, then it's whatever. I still am just gonna refer to myself as myself. But yeah. Anyway, also, a quick side note: I didn't want to have to make this video. If you have seen the last video on this, you'll know, I had hope for the future. I was like, hey, maybe, just maybe there's a chance that it'll be better this time, but oh boy, here we are. And okay, if you're watching this, you probably aren't, but if you somehow stumble upon this video, we're not friends. I mean, you already know this, but we're not, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry anymore. Because you chose this. You chose this, right? You fucked this up for yourself, right? You did this. So, yeah, and again, all this is anonymous, so there's no need to feel worried about anyone, right? But yeah, I do not feel sorry for you at all. You manipulated us horribly so much for so long. So yeah, fuck you. Anyway, sorry for that. But yeah. So at the time of recording this, about 5 days ago or so, let's just give or take, Kay and decided to do his jolly good thing of not respecting boundaries. Classic, right? Classic. And Kay, after all the stuff from around a month ago, was still friends with me and G. And yes, I know. Alright, yes, I know. I am a total dumbass for not immediately leaving as soon as I could. Soon as any of that started, I should have just left, but I didn't. I have my reasons that I'll explain after this story, so don't worry. All right, I'll explain my point of view. It's not a smart one, but it's still a point of view nonetheless. All right, but either way, the issue was, because of the context of what we know happened around a month ago, right? Just because that happened, this story is so much worse. Now, Kay was, quote, complimenting G way too much, alright? Now, this wasn't like normal compliments like, oh, sick shoes, good hat, I like the style that you're wearing. No, he wasn't saying that. He was calling them beautiful and, oh, you're my princess. Like, it's crazy. It's genuinely insane that he thought this was okay. And also, I know that in the last video that I did, I never included screenshots, and this time I want to do it differently just because I feel like I need to prove what I'm saying is real, just because this sounds so outlandish and crazy. But don't worry, alright? I'll include screenshots, just whenever I feel like adding them in the video, alright? I'm recording this voiceover before I edit, alright? So you'll find out. But for G, this wasn't very fun, She already had to deal with K being a redditor basically to her. Like, seriously. And this was actually starting to make her mad. Who could have guessed, right? She was getting mad from this? No way. And another thing I have brought up slightly is that she is religious. She is Christian. I'm like 99% sure on that. And they don't like swear or anything. However, Kay literally pushed her over the edge so bad. She swore at him, obviously, being like, I'll read it out in a memento. You'll see it on screen. She basically was like, "Fuck you, fuck you. I never care." Well, like, you're saying I never care? I literally prayed to God about you to him, like, and all that after he. And she only did this after he started it, alright? She wasn't gonna say any of that until he started it. Again, I'll show screenshots, so don't worry. I know last time this might have sounded harder. I don't know why I keep bringing it up. I gotta just continue. Yeah. He was like, oh, you know what? Fuck you. You don't appreciate any of my compliments. All I'm trying to do is be nice and stuff. You see where I'm getting the point of him being a Redditor? He's literally a nice guy. Like, quote, nice guy. Off of Reddit. Like, gosh, dude. So yeah, just a weirdo. Again. Just take a hint. It truly does not make any sense how dumb some people can be. And, after I got this information, Kay came crying to me for help, and I already knew it was about to happen context, G had sent me the screenshots of their conversation, like, literally 9 screenshots. That's how long this shit went on for, alright? So I had the context of what happened before he decided to do anything, and we had a group chat to all of us, me, G, A, and K. We're all in a group chat where we just talked about, like, whatever. It was corny, either way. But the middle of nowhere, he did this before I got the screenshots. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna just leave the chat real quick. And I was like, tell me why, right now, tell me why. And he was like, nah. And he didn't even say that, he just left. I was like, you piece of shit. I'll try and find that. But he just left out of nowhere. And so I was like, this motherfucker. And so, yeah, I got the screenshots. Then he called me. He was like, yo, can you talk right now? I was like, Jesus Christ. All right, sure. Because this was like also my final straw. I was like, you know what? Yep, okay. This is the time. This is the time that I gotta stop this. And so I'll try to summarize what we talked about in the call with my own little storytelling. I'll show you whatever. So I'm gonna voice K, almost said his name, and me. I'll do his voice in a pretty noticeably different one than mine. So here we go.
Hey, so I messed up again.
Great. What did you do this time, bro?
Well, I basically was just trying to compliment G, and well, she got really pissed off at me.
I was like, are you really sure that's the reason why?
Yeah, I guess she just didn't really like that I did that, because,
Did you ever think about the reason why she might not like getting compliments from you like that?
I mean, she told me it was because she just didn't want me to.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's probably because of what you did about, like, a month ago, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna just be real. She sent me the screenshots, so I know what you did, and what you fucking said, and that you would change. Yet here we are, right? Just we're done with the voiceover for that. Just because I want to bring up a big point. Just because it'll be way easier to explain like this than voiceover. Whatever. Some point he brings up like more of his past mistakes, and oh, he's such a bad guy. He's so imperfect and he hates himself and his life. And again, right, I want to preface this so much. I've explained this to everyone that I've talked about this story to, because I don't want it to seem like there's a problem with what I'm about to bring up. All right, I'll talk about this after. But he talked about a past relationship with a girlfriend and how they broke up because for some reason I think he was like playing Roblox or some shit or like something like that, but he was like genuinely sounding like he was gonna kill himself to his girlfriend. Like I asked, like, what did you specifically say that made her so worried? Because she called the police to like do a wellness check on him just because she didn't want him to be hurt, like any good human being would act like. But he said he was like talking about cutting himself and like letting him bleed out. Like, I was like, holy shit, dude, what? And again, if you are dealing with these problems, I genuinely do hope that you can find the help you need. Like, there is nothing wrong about you for having these thoughts. It happens, all right? Shit happens, and I get that. And I don't want any of you hurting yourself just because you might have done something stupid in the past. Don't hold yourself over this. Or hell, if something you did now that you just can't get over, don't worry, all right? Things will get better. As horrible as this story sounds, it will get better, all right? It will. Me, G, A, all of everyone affected will be okay. It just takes time. And if you are dealing with any of these thoughts, if you're having suicidal thoughts, if you're thinking about hurting yourself or others, do talk to someone. Talk to a friend, a family member, the suicide hotline. I'll show it on screen. Just because I want you guys to be safe. I really do care about you guys, and I care about all the people involved in this situation, and it's genuinely just horrible for all of us to go through. So, stay safe out there. Yeah. Anyway, after that, we continued to talk, or rather I talked to him about, why it might be wrong to talk to anyone like this, because I feel like it shouldn't it's not rocket science on why you shouldn't act like a creep towards anyone, yet he still was. He genuinely just didn't get that, I don't think. And I don't think he does. And the thing is, like, it's so annoying to avoid him, because we have our first period class, and he insists. I think he's doing it on purpose, right? Side tangent here. This isn't written down. Today, all right, as the time I'm recording this, today, we were at gym class. Now, he doesn't have the same teacher. He has a completely different one that goes to the other side of the gym or downstairs, depending on, like, what days it is, right? He purposely was on our side just to, like, I don't even know why he was over here. Like, okay, actually, you know what? I do know why. Because me and A were just chilling, and then G finally walks upstairs. He was like, K was waiting for her with I shit you not, a apology letter to her. And I don't remember exactly what it said, but I read it out loud to everyone just because I was like, I want to read this shit so bad. He was like, I am sorry for being a bad person and having suicidal thoughts. And I'll rant in a second. And I am sorry for cursing in front of you. And I'm really sorry. I am going to be a better person, and I am going to distance myself from you. Now let's get into this, alright? First of all, suicidal thoughts. Didn't care that you have them. I care that you have them, but not care as in I don't care because it doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing wrong, alright? Just because you have suicidal thoughts doesn't mean that's the reason why we're mad at you, alright? It is okay. We get it. Everyone in this scenario gets why you might have that, alright? We don't know why you have it, but it's understandable, alright? Anyone can have them, it just happens, alright? Either way, that's like just a stupid point to bring up. Like, we're not mad at you for being suicidal. And also, the point of him cursing at G, she said, she was like, I'm not mad at him for cursing near me or next to me. I'm mad at him for cursing at me. Because he cursed directly at her. He was insulting her, basically, yelling at her about how much he was so pissed off that she wouldn't say, like, be, grateful that he was saying unnecessary compliments every day. So, it's just like, dude, I can't. And an annoying thing is that, like, well, at least today, he didn't, like, and this is also my fault. I told him we aren't friends on that call, right? I don't think I mentioned, I mentioned at the start of the video, we aren't friends, but in that call is when I said it. I was like, we are not friends, dude. I can't be associated with you until you get your shit together, alright? So, fuck off, alright? Leave me alone. But my issue is, I didn't block him. I still haven't, because I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. You see, he's not the only problem with problems. Wait, person with problems. Don't mind that. He's not the only person with problems. He wallows in self-pity and all of this, and it's just so retarded. And I can say that, alright? I know it's been going on with Tommy and Dream. I can say that, alright? I got plenty of the mental disabilities to say that. But I only say that because he literally the day that I said, don't talk to me until you're actually better, he immediately goes, yo, Jason, yo. And I'm like, bro, I don't answer him. Well, actually, no, I say, what part of don't talk to me do you not fucking understand? And I think the next day he tried saying something again. And he was like, oh, I talked to a counselor, and he was like, I don't have these thoughts anymore. And it's like, dude, he just doesn't understand why we're mad at him. He doesn't understand the reason why. And it's not because you have suicidal thoughts. If anything, we will help you through that. But we're mad at him because he's a weirdo! Sorry, I'm so sorry. But dude, it's genuinely infuriating to deal with this. My last video was just kind of talking about this in a neutral tone, right? Because I wasn't exactly involved with this, but now I'm directly involved with this, right? It's been a month, and I gave him a last chance of, messing up that a month ago. I was like, you mess up again, we're not friends. And he went up and he did that shit deliberately. It felt like seriously, it's not hard to just respect boundaries, dude. It seriously is not. But yeah, I don't want you to talk to me, Kay. Alright? If you're watching this and you made it this far, don't talk to me. Alright? I know, again, it's hard to not talk to me, especially when we're in the same first period and second period, but don't, alright? You can talk to A all you want, not to me though. not to me, not to G. She definitely doesn't want to talk to you. I know that because she told me she don't want to talk to your ass. All right. And also, sorry for the pause. Correction from the last video I made. I forgot to mention. I said initially that G didn't like K at all, right? Which was partly true at that time that he was saying all that. However, at one point they actually did like them. I know. Shocker, dude. Seriously. There was a time that, she was like, oh, I actually kind of like this guy. Until, obviously, he showed his true colors and all that. And so, yeah, it's just, it sucks. It really does that she had feelings, but he just threw them away, basically. With all that said, though, I'm really looking for hope in the future. I'm really trying to look for hope, because I know he doesn't have any redeeming qualities, but I don't know. I'm just throwing voice into the air, whatever it is. I'm just trying my heart. I'm trying my best to hope, but I know that he won't. He will not change. As much as he says I've changed and oh I'm better and oh I'm not that guy anymore. He is still a monster. He's still a wolf in sheep's clothes. He is still a piece of shit. And my fear is, what if, right now this is stupid, right? This might sound dumb, right? Because it kind of is, right? Reason I also didn't stop being friends with him was because he manipulated me. He got me to think that I should feel bad for not being his friend. And I'm ashamed to say that it worked. I really am ashamed. Because I had thought, what if I'm the reason that he ends up doing something he'll regret? What if I'm the reason that he ends up committing a sewer slide, And, oh yeah, sorry, I know I keep dragging this video, and it's like, again, the same length as my last video, but he fucking brings this book to school about bettering yourself. It's like this white book. I think he sent me an image before all this happened of the book, and it's like literally something about just like being a better you, like. And I think the reason why he chose that one is because I said be better to him specifically. I said be better. And so he took that quote and quite literally found the only book with that quote on it. But I digress, alright? So what's the lesson we learned, huh? Don't be a creep and a manipulator. And I hope that you enjoyed the update video. And if you did, then consider subscribing, liking, or, don't. I'm not forcing you to. I really am not. I don't care if you do or don't. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but it's alright. You don't have to. You see, that's something Kay would not understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, yeah. I hope you guys have a good day. And a little bit of advice, if you meet someone toxic, don't make the same mistake. Just, even if they try and manipulate and say that they're going to do something or they've had suicidal thoughts, don't let it consider not going away from them, because they will hold it over your head. They will not let you go. It will not end well. Alright? Look what it's brought me. More content and subscribers. But no, seriously, don't let this happen to yourself. It's really not healthy. Yeah, have a good day, and so long.